So this afternoon, just 11 days after we played Shortwood at their place and had a comprehensive 3-1 win, we were playing them here. And we knew they had a really good away record. I think they won 10 of their league games away from home this season. In terms of the selection, we had Paddy on the bench today.
Yeah. What we looked at, obviously, Paddy being on the bench, is the back four have done really well over the last couple of games, so we decided to stick with it.
Stick with that, okay. And in the first half, Wimborne started playing really, really well. We were playing some terrific football. And there was one thing that epitomised it for me. On 25 minutes, we worked the ball out from the back. There were about 4 or 5 passes. There was an outrageous dummy from Kenny. There was a back heel from Toby to put Jack through. And that epitomised the way we were playing in the first half. Looked really, really good, didn't we?
Yeah, it started really well. And like I say, we started to, from the off, in the first sort of couple of minutes, we started to get a foothold in the game. We started playing the ball through the thirds like we always do. And we looked really good.
We did. And we got a goal on 18 minutes. We had a corner that Luke and Jack worked, and then he put it across to Billy just outside the area, and he rifled it in with his right along the ground in for 1-0, and a lead we really deserved. And we continued to look really good in the first half, and Shortwood were relying on a big ball forward. They looked dangerous at times because they had 2 quick wingers, but we were coping well with it.
Yeah, again, because obviously we played them at their place, we sort of knew how they were playing, and obviously, again, the way we'd set up and the way we were playing was exactly how we knew we could break them down. And like that, the only threat they had was the long ball over the top, and we did recognise that, and we dealt with it quite well.
Yeah, and so it was 1-0 at half time, and you think, yeah, perhaps we should have had more than one, because we had some good chances, didn't we?
Yeah, we had quite a few chances. I think, to be honest, we could have had 2 or 3, and we should have had 2 or 3, to be honest. And I think if we would have got 2 or 3, I think we would have been in a better position than what we were at 1-0 at half time.
Yeah, so it was 1-0 at half time, and you think, well, we're going to carry on here. But I don't know what Shortwood had in their tea at half time, but I think I'll have some of that, because they came out a completely different side.
Yeah, they changed the formation. They changed it pretty quick, straight after, near enough after half time, and they started to get They started to get a foothold in the game, and we couldn't adapt to it as quick as what we had hoped to. But we tried to do different things. We tried a different formation as well.
Yeah. So Shortwood were on top at the start of the second half. About 15 minutes into it, we made a double substitution. We brought on Paddy and young Matt Neal, and they were playing down the left. And Matt Neal looked really good.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player, really, really good, and it's good that we've got him in our squad now, because he is, and once he plays a few more games as well, you'll get to see more and more of him. He's fantastic.
Yeah, and he was combining well, particularly with Toby, and looked really good. So suddenly, from Shortwood being on top in the second half, we came back into it, and you think, oh yeah, well, we're going to go on from here. But instead, it was Shortwood that then scored the next goal on 73 minutes. It was quite a well-worked move, and they put Will Morford through, and he slid it past Gerard to make it 1-1, and their tails were up, weren't they then?
Yeah, well, a goal either way. It was either we're going to get a second goal and continue to push forward and probably get 3 or 4 out of it, and or they would get one and their tails would be up, and then we would be under the cosh, and that's exactly what happened.
And that's exactly what happened. And 10 minutes later, on 83 minutes, there was a cross came in from the right. There was a bit of a push and a shove in the penalty area. One of their lads went down, and the ref pointed to the spot. I thought it was a bit soft, was it, James?
Yeah, it's very soft, even from where we're standing. To be honest, I never sort of criticise, obviously, what officials do, but it's really soft there. 2 players, shoulder to shoulder. Unfortunately, our player was obviously a little bit more, not physical, but a little bit stronger in size, and he's gone over, and it's just screamed from the pitch, around the pitch, even their bench screaming, and the referee decides to go with it. That's the disappointing bit, because I didn't see an actual foul there. There's no foul. 2 balls going, and 2 people going for the same ball.
Yeah. And I know I'm biased, but in my opinion, that had happened a few other places. I think they did scream and shout quite a lot. Some of them went down quite easily, and the ref gave some quite soft free kick. But you know that's what happens, and you've got to get on with it. We've got to deal with it.
We have, and that's what we said as a team. And we said we just talked about it just now, and we said psychologically at half time we were the better team. I feel probably half-time came too soon. I think we needed that second goal before half-time, but unfortunately we didn't get it. And psychologically, we said to them at half-time that you're winning the game now, we need to manage the game better. We need to do things a little bit quicker because we knew they would come at us. And unfortunately, psychologically, we weren't mentally right as a team, as a group. We weren't individuals as a group. We just weren't prepared for what they were starting to do to get a foothold in the game. And unfortunately, we. I can say we got deeper and deeper and deeper, and we found it difficult to get out there.
Yeah. So we lost 2-1, and that was a real disappointment because they were, I think, 1 point behind us, 2 places behind us in the middle of the table. But it was a real classic game of two halves, wasn't it? We were on top in the first half, playing some wonderful football. The second half, they came out and were on top, weren't they?
Yeah, like you say, it's a game of two halves there. Like I say, we could be disappointed in ourselves for obviously not taking 2 or 3 chances in the first half, but at the end of the day, they've come out, they've changed their formation, so we have to give them a little bit of credit, and they deserve, not saying deserve the win, maybe a point, but I feel that if we'd have taken a chance in the first half, they wouldn't have been in that position. They've got their tails up, and unfortunately with that bad decision at the end, they've gone and win the game. It's disappointing.
Yeah, so it was disappointing. There was a crowd of 189 here. There was a worry for me in the first half when poor old Stokes went in and at quite speed and went into the wall over there and it seemed to hurt his wrist.
Again, that's another one from them that player actually shoved him. It was 2 hands in the back, and James was trying to slow himself down. He got shoved and straight into a wall. He could have, I don't know if he has, but he could have even broke his arm or broke his wrist. But he's okay. He seems okay at the minute, and we'll see how that is over the next couple of days.
Yeah. Okay, so we're disappointed here because it looked from the first half that we were going to go on. Bright point. I thought Matt Neal looked really good down the left. And then when Carl came on, we moved him over to the right, and he wasn't quite so effective.
Well, again, because a lot of play was going down the left, that was the thing, and we thought we'd try obviously move him over to the right hand side and see if we can obviously get to switch the ball quicker. That was the reason behind that. Is we get obviously Carl Preston on the left because he could do the same job as obviously Matt and Neil, and then we thought, well, what would they do if we can start switching the ball to Matt and Neil the other side?
Right.
Can we see if we can come inside the game rather than kick going on the outside, which he was doing on the left hand side?
Right.
So we tried to affect him that way and see if we can obviously. Hopefully get another opportunity from that. Yeah. But there's lots of positives out of the game. Even though we go and lose the game, there's lots of positives there. And like I say, individually there's some good performance. But as a group, mentally, and like I say, psychologically, I think we weren't good enough today. Yeah. Okay. So there we are. So Shane, thanks ever so much for coming out to talk to us today. The next game is next Saturday. It's here again when we're up against Tiverton. We've played them twice so far this season. A 1-0 win in the trophy, a 4-3 loss in the league, so that should be another cracking game to look forward to. Hopefully it's an end-to-end game. That's what it normally is when we play against them. We've had a couple of good games, so I look forward to that one, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks a lot, Shane.
Thank you very much.